Hi guys, my name is Mari and I'm the program coordinator for the Wellness and Fitness Center. I'm also an exercise physiologist and a massage therapist. And today I want to show you some dynamic movements, exercises, and static stretches for your upper back and your neck. As a massage therapist, these are some of these places that I saw were troubling a lot of my clients, and I was working on extensively with them. And these are some of the most beneficial stretches that they were doing. So a lot of it is going to focus on really stretching out the side of the neck here, as well as getting blood flow to some of the muscles in the back that tend to feel like restricted because of a position that we're constantly in a lot, like on our phone or computer, watching TV, things like that. So these are gentle movements and gentle stretches that I think that can be very effective. So the first ones we're going to do are just neck extension and flexion. You can be in the seated position or standing doing this. But we want to make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You have good posture throughout all of these is very crucial because we're trying to retrain some of those muscles to have better posture and not to be sunken in like this. So shoulders are rolled back. My ear is in line with my shoulder here, so my head isn't protruded like this at all. So we're going to do that first one, then neck extension and flexion. So I'm just going to go up like this. Feel that stretch in the front of your neck. Hold for a few seconds, and then come back down to neutral. And then tuck the chin. Flex the neck forward, and you can use your hands to gently press to get a little extra stretch. And for each of these, you're doing that couple second hold. You can do about 10 repetitions and 2 to 3 sets. And I'm just going to show you guys just the proper form, but not go through all of the sets and repetitions with you. The next one we're going to do is just rotating your neck from side to side. So shoulders relaxed, and then going from one side, making sure that your shoulder isn't moving at all to compensate for tightness within this area. So sometimes that means that your neck might only be able to rotate this far, and then some people can rotate further. And you're just switching side to side and just giving that few second pause on each side. Cool. So the next one we're going to do are scapular squeezes. And for this one, we're going to have our arms up at 90 degrees in front of you to start. And then you're going to be bringing your arms to the side and squeezing your shoulder blades together. For this one, it's important that you're not flexing your neck at all. Some people have a tendency when you're squeezing their scapula to raise their shoulders or push their neck forward. You can kind of see all those like neck muscles tighten up. So relax your neck as much as possible as you're doing this, and really focus on the movement just coming from your rhomboids. So when I go back, that movement was just coming from here. It wasn't coming from this area at all. So. You can even pretend like you have a pencil in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze it together for a few seconds and then relax. And also make sure that your arm is still staying at a 90-degree angle and your elbow is in line with your shoulder, so your arms aren't cheating and going down here to do the movement. So then the next one we're going to do is a row, and this is going to be with a TheraBand. If you don't have a TheraBand, that's fine. You can still do the motion. It's still just really good for you to gain that mobility back around on your shoulder blade. But here I have this band here. And I'm going to loop it around my feet. Make sure the band has, it's taut, it's not loose at all. And my arms are going to be nice and straight, so my elbows aren't bent or limp. Nice upright posture, and then bending my elbows, squeezing those shoulder blades. Nice slow movement. So about 3 seconds one way, and about 3 seconds the other way. Really important to go nice and slow here, as we're just trying to get some of that blood back into your rhomboids after being kind of stressed from having that forward position. So if you don't have a band, you can just pretend like you do and have your arms straight ahead, and then bend your elbows, squeeze and back. Pretty similar to the scapular squeezes we were doing, except your arms are a bit lower and you're kind of adding in that dynamic movement with your elbows as well. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to get on our knees in that tabletop position. Make sure that your back is nice and flat, so my head isn't up like this, my cervical spine is in line with my thoracic spine here. And then we're going to do arm extensions, and then also add in a leg extension if you're trying to make this a little bit more difficult. So I'm gonna bring my arm right in front of me, and then I'm gonna twist my wrist so my thumb is pointed up towards the ceiling, and then hold that for 10 seconds. And then I'll just be either alternating between my arms here, or if I want to make it more difficult, I can raise my opposite leg at the same time and then hold for that 10 seconds. Okay. Then the last one we're going to do is also requiring a band, but then once again, you can still do this movement without a band. And this one is going to be circular this time. Come over here. So I'm going to have the band around my wrists like this. And then hands flat on the wall. And you're going to have them in line with your shoulders. So I don't want my hands up here, and I don't want them too low. So right in line. And then I'm stepping back a little bit, keeping my core engaged. Arms nice and straight, but elbows not locked. And the first one I'm going to do is just bring my arm out to the side and then back to the center. I still have nice top band, so it's not relaxed at all. And then once my arm's back in the center, I'm going to go up and back down, and then down, back to the center. And I'm going to do that 10 times. So to the side, up, kind of at an angle as well. My arm isn't just straight up. The center, back down at an angle. So to the side, center, up diagonal, center, down diagonal, center. And then you can switch to the other side. And you might feel kind of a burning sensation in the back, right in here, and that's good. That's what we want to work on. So we're strengthening a lot of the muscles that are coming together to attach to this side of the shoulder. And once those are strong, then your shoulder can kind of pull back a little bit more into the position it's meant to be, as opposed to having that kind of curve once again forward. If you don't have a band at home, or you're wanting to make this exercise a bit harder, you can do it on the ground in a plank or a modified plank position instead. So for modified without the band, I can get on my hands and knees, walk out, make sure that back is straight so bottom's not sticking out like this. And then I can still go up to the side and then back down. Try not to rock the body at all. Nice and stable. Up to the side, back down. And I can do that in a regular plank position as well. So up to the side, And then if you want to make that even harder and you do have a band, you can put the band around your wrists again, and then same thing. Great. So now we're going to transition into some stretches. This is my favorite part. I do these stretches at least every day, if not a couple times a day. And it's great to take a break if you are, working in an office or from home, if you've been sitting for a long time, just to stretch out those muscles that are the most strained. So first one is just going to be a side bend, and for this one I'm going to have my opposite arm behind my back. So it's just like this. I'm not raising it at all. And the purpose of that is to remind that opposite shoulder to stay relaxed. And then I'm just going to bend to the other side as far as it feels comfortable. I can use that other hand to give a little gentle extra stretch to this side here. The next one we're going to start in that first position and then do a head rotation. So I'm going to go down and then rotate my head down towards looking at my hip, and then give a little extra push here for an extra stretch. And you should feel this one in a muscle that's slightly further back than in the side of your neck here. So once again. And for all of these, you can hold for about 30 seconds, whatever feels comfortable, and do a few different sets of those. The next one we're going to do is a cross arm stretch. So arms out and across, and then looping with the other arm, and then pulling that arm towards the chest. And I should feel that right here in the arm, kind of where it was burning during the star exercise, and then as well as further back near the scapula. And then these next two stretches are actually my favorites. So the first one is a bent over stretch. You can do this at a counter, couch, chair, whatever you have around. So chair. And then you want to make sure that your elbow, no matter what it is not actually on the counter or chair itself. It's a little bit offset from it. And then feet hip width apart, and you're just gonna sink down. And then you should feel a stretch all in this area. Some people can't sink quite this low. Some people, it might just be here that they feel that stretch. That's fine, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then the last one we're going to do is a pectoral stretch. So you can find a corner in your house or a doorway to do this. Here I have a nice corner. So I'm going to have my arm at 90 degrees, shoulder in line with the elbow, and then put it up against the wall, step forward, and then I'm going to rotate to the opposite side until I feel a stretch in that pec there. So like this at first, stepping forward and rotate. You can even rotate your head a little bit more too in order to feel a deeper stretch. Cool. So that's all the exercises I have for you guys today. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gives you a little bit of relief with your neck and your upper back. Thanks.